Hey, this is Gilbert, and we're going to keep it simple, stupid. The Jehovah's Witnesses are busybodies. And I want to talk about that because I was on the Six Screen show and one of the shows, and I mentioned it. And I was talking about how Jehovah's Witnesses, if you look at my channel and you type in spiritual adultery or just adultery, you'll see a video that I did where Jehovah's Witnesses are spiritual adulterers, in that they always get involved in other people's marriages, relationships. There's always a third person with an opinion that doesn't belong, and it's an adulterous relationship. For example, if one of the two couples is a Jehovah's Witness, and let's just say Catholic, and Christmas comes along, who's the one that's going to decide if they're going to celebrate Christmas? The adulterer, the Jehovah's Witness are always in that marriage. But in a marriage where the two become one, the Catholic and the Jehovah's Witness, if they were allowed to just be two people that become one, would make their own decision. And I and you would not care if they choose to celebrate or not celebrate, because the two have become one. But every time a Jehovah's Witness gets married to a non-Jehovah's Witness, it's a incestuous, adulterous relationship. And so I'm going to bring in this Bible text that it's in the Jehovah's Witness Bible, so it's not like I'm trying to preach to you. But you know what? Before I do that, let's talk about busybody. The definition of a busybody is a person who meddles or pries into the affairs of others. So do you think it would be fair to say that this applies to the Jehovah's Witnesses? Or one who officiously concerns himself with the affairs of others? Officiously concerns himself. Concerns. Like, what business is it of yours if a teenage boy and a teenage girl, went on a date? Really, what business is it of yours unless they're your children? Someone who interferes with others in what? Like, say, a blood transfusion, a medical treatment, marriage, high school prom, high school sports. A person who meddles in the affairs of others is a busybody. One quick point, officiously concerns, and that's what we were talking about before, but officiously. So the medical treatment is from an official doctrine teaching, an official teaching to go to prom, an official teaching to date, an official teaching to marriage. So they're actually thinking that their opinion comes from a high official source, that it really doesn't. So we can say for a fact that the Jehovah's Witness religion is a religion of busybodies. So then we go to this beautiful Bible verse of 1 Peter 4:15, and check this out. It says, however, let none of you suffer as a murderer or a thief or an evildoer or as a busybody in other people's matters. So let's use the algebra equation that you were taught in middle school or high school. For those of you who went to school in the last 20, 30 years, you probably learned algebra like in your senior year. But that aside, check this out. A busybody, what is a busybody? A busybody is in the same sentence or would be equal to a murderer. Think about that. How could you dare say that a busybody is a murderer? Hospital Liaison Committee. How can a busybody be a thief? High school prom, high school sports, an old girlfriend. How can a busybody be an evildoer? I wasn't prepared for that one, but if you give me time, or you in the comment section, you can fill that one out. But check this out, it gets even better. But if he suffers as a Christian, let him not feel shame, but let him keep on glorifying God in this name, which is Christian. So again, we're going to use the algebra. Why are Jehovah's Witnesses busybodies? Well, if we do the algebra equation, right, x plus y equals z, so we move these numbers around. Jehovah's Witnesses are not Christian. They're Jehovah's Witnesses. Because they're Jehovah's Witnesses, they are busybodies. But a Christian doesn't care if you go to the prom. He actually will say, hey, if you want to do it, go do it. A Christian will say, well, you want to play sports? Go play sports. A Christian will say, you're in the hospital? We'll listen to your doctor and go on the internet, go on YouTube, do your research. You'll find the answers. Consult with friends and family. He's not going to tell you what to do. He's going to go tell you to talk to the experts. He's not going to tell you don't take blood because God's not going to give you 10 acres in paradise earth. He's not going to do that. He's not going to tell you that Jesus is going to kill you because you're trying to save your life or the life of a loved one. Why? Because according to verse 16, you suffer as a Christian. You're a Christian. You're not a Jehovah's Witness. A Jehovah's Witness is a busybody. A Christian, if you suffer as a Christian, you don't go around being a busybody. It's so simple. It's a very simple concept. Now, I want to show you this clip. And I'm going to show you how people are busybodies and the difference between a Jehovah's Witness and a Christian. So in this clip, because I just saw this movie again, probably for I don't know how many times, more times than I have in my fingers, of Guys and Dolls with Frank Sinatra and Marlon Brando. Sorry about that, guys. I had to cut it. So here's the clip, but we're not going to show that. We're going to show the different actors, and you're going to love this clip, and I'll dissect it.
Had anything to do with it or not?
Do you believe it?
They used our mission last night for that filthy crap game.
But if Sky had nothing to do
Don't
with it...
you understand? All I could see was him running down the street away from the police with the rest of that trash. All I could see was that he was one of them.
And I never saw till now how much in love with him you are.
I'll get over it.
Why would anyone want to get over the one thing you hope for from the minute you're born and remember till the day you die?
I'll get over it.
Why? Because it's the greatest reward that woman or man can have on this earth? To love and to be loved?
So did you notice that here we have Christians, right? They were Christians. And the uncle is talking to his niece and giving her advice. And he realizes for the first time how his niece is in love. But she's in love with a gangster, or he's a worldly guy. She's in love with a worldly guy, and she's squeaky clean. But this worldly guy loves Jesus Christ as because when you listen to Marlon Brando speak, he's very well versed in the Bible. So he has a foundation of love for Jesus, but he's like a lost soul. And like in that movie where right before that scene, she promised that she would be a one woman crew for the salvation of his soul. She wanted to marry him. She loved him. Now, did her uncle start going off and being a busybody and wanting to know, what did you do last night? Where did you go? Did you have sex? No, he just realized that his niece loved this man. He saw her in love like he's never seen her before. And so do you remember that? Let's put that phrase back where he corrects her. That why would you want to get rid of this relationship, this love that you have? Let's listen to it again.
I'll get over it.
Why would anyone want to get over the one thing you hope for from the minute you're born and remember till the day you die?
I'll get over it.
Why? Because it's the greatest reward that woman or man can have on this earth? To love and to be loved?
So you see the difference between a brother and a busybody? In my voting ballot that you see right there on ggforgb.com, it says, God, accept your birthright. God is your father, you're his son. Let no man get between you and your father. What you witness right there in that clip is a man not getting in between his niece and her relationships with God and her relationship with her boyfriend, but just reminding her of simple truths. That one of the greatest gifts that you could ever have in life is to fall in love with someone who loves you just as much as you love them. And why would you want to throw that away? Now, what she chooses to do with that is her business. He wasn't being a busybody. But in the Jehovah's Witness religion, that would not happen. It would be the exact opposite. It would be ugly, and it would just be ugly with the interrogation, the questioning. So I hope what you get out of this video is the need to vote for me and read my voting ballot. But number two, to remember 1 Peter 4:15 when you talk to a Jehovah's Witness. And say, you guys are busybodies. And all you have to do is look at yourself. You're always involved in other people's matters and affairs. And you even preach this from the platform of keeping Jehovah's congregation clean. How do you keep Jehovah's congregation clean? Like you saw in the picture of the thumbnail. Everybody's like in a Stasi German state. In the East German with the Stasis, where 50% of the population were snitches. Where wives were snitching on their husbands. There was a case where a man leaves the Stasi prison, East Berlin Falls, and then he goes to the police station, and everybody's going through the records, so they want to find out, how the hell did I get in jail? So this guy was going to jail because he had a Bible. He was reading his Bible. Like, how in the hell do the people find out? I'm reading my Bible. Well, his wife was ratting him out. So he went back home and kicked her out and told her to hit the road. Good for him. And that's the whole point. The Jehovah's Witnesses are like that Stasi government. Busybodies. And you guys know, you guys have seen the life and the misery it is to live in a country like that. And that's the misery it is to live in a religion where everybody's spying on you. And you can't do what my voting ballot says. Let your light shine before men. You can't let your light shine before men because you're too worried about what everybody else is thinking and doing and everybody else's eyes on you. So remember that Bible verse, 1 Peter 4:15. You might like it for your personal use. And I've enjoyed that text a lot. It really has helped me a lot. But remember it, I say, not for religious reasons, but so when you do have contact with Jehovah's Witnesses, that text might come in handy. Okay, guys, this is Gigi for GB. If you like this video, don't give me a thumbs up. Go to ggforgb.com and vote for me. And if you speak in Russian, vote for me in Russian, vote for me in Spanish, vote for me in Portuguese, vote for me in German, vote for me in English, vote for me in Japanese, vote for me in Tagalog, and did I say Portuguese? Yeah, Portuguese. Okay, and I think I have Swahili in there. I think, I don't know. But whatever you do, vote Gigi for GB. I hope you like the video. Forget the thumbs up. Forget all that other stuff. Just vote. All right, talk to you guys later. See you next